was Maddie's second day of competition, pulling with that little John Deere tractor. What do you think, everybody? She's doing a fantastic job. Let's cheer her on as she makes her way down our track here. She's getting a little help from Dad and some of the volunteers from the tractor club. That's okay. We want to provide a space where youngsters can come and join this sport, feel comfortable, understand how to maneuver their tractor and get that weighted sled down to the end. Maddie's just coming up on the 120-foot mark. 140 would give her a full pull. Let's see if she can get to the 140 mark. She's losing a bit of traction there, and that is it. Maddie Mayer at 120 for Israeli Anti-Tractor Pullers Club. They are hobbyists who have brought their hobby to display for all of you. They are here as volunteers putting on this show, and we want to give them a big thank you and a big round of applause for spending their weekend here at the Aldergrove Fair, putting on a show for us here today. Moving forward as well, putting more and more weight onto the back of the tractor, making it increasingly difficult for the tractor to keep momentum and keep pulling that weight. Here Scott is, he's up over 100 feet, he's looking for that 140-foot pull. Is he going to do it? He's got 110 feet under his belt now, and at 114 feet for Scott Simpson's first pull of the day. Cheer her on, let her know that we're rooting for her. And with a little help from Dad, she's up over the 16-foot mark. Maddie there on that John Deere garden tractor. She's looking for it. 80 feet, and she's still going strong here on our Aldergrove tractor puller track here today. She's up over 100 feet. She's making her way to that 140-foot mark. Is she going to make it through that soft spot there? It's kind of wet, kind of muddy here this afternoon, and she's spinning out already, but she's still moving forward at 124 feet. A little more help from Dad. That'll get her down. Cheer her on. She's at 130 feet. Looking for a full pull at 140 feet. Will she do it, folks? Oh, and she's... Scott Simpson is off the mark, and he is giving her some speed, earning some momentum as he makes his way down the track, looking for that 140-foot full pull. He's over the halfway mark now, closing in on 100 feet. Scott Simpson on that Ford tractor looking for our first full pull of the day. He's losing some traction there, and he's spun out 115 feet. Kids of all ages, this is Wayne Wisher on ready to go up for his first pull of the day. And he's now getting through some of that wet, muddy ground here on our track this morning. Working the outside of the track as Wayne is now up over that 100-foot mark. Looking for 140 feet. That'll give him a full pull. Max out his points here in the garden tractor variety. He's coming in on 120 feet. Is he going to do it, folks? He's slowing down, and that is a red flag. Wayne Wishard at 121. And this is Scott Simpson back with his second. Scott is a tractor enthusiast. He's got a great future in tractor pulling. He's got two of his tractors here at the fair today, and he's got strategy going on there, shifting his weight over that rear right tire. He's up over He's got nothing even on behind him. He is just going right to the end of the line, up over 100 feet already. And he's found that soft spot there around the 120 delta. His first pull of the day. We are still looking for our third full pull of the competition here this afternoon. Will it be Ryan Wright, folks? Can he do it? Can he get that tractor to 140 feet? I think if you make some noise, that might help his cause. Cheer him on. Make some noise for Ryan Wright. His first pull of the day, he's up over 100 feet. He's got his eye on the prize. That's 140 feet. Is he going to do it? He's got himself in that wet spot now, but he seems to be getting through it, no problem. And that's the spot right there at 123 feet. Guarding tractor. Thanks from Chilliwack's here today in Aldergrove to see if we can get our first full pull of the day. And he's making it through the first half of the track, no problem. That 120-foot mark, though, seems to be tripping up our tractor pullers. And he slowed it down there a bit at the 112-foot mark. He knows there is a big hole right there, and he's got the red flag. This is Ryan Wright, his second pull with that John Deere garden tractor. Let's see if Ryan will give us a pull here this afternoon, our first pull of the day. Up over 100 feet now. He's getting into that soft spot. Ryan is navigating this track. There is a big, wet, muddy spot. And there it is. That is where it goes. And he's got the green flag, folks. Here he comes. Tom Castle, our last competitor in this garden tractor category. That was created here on our track this morning. And he just is walking through it, folks. Look at that. Tom Castle has made it through that wet spot, and he's carrying it on. Is it going to be our first full pull of the day? It's a full pull! 140 feet for Tom Castle. And that 1947 Gibson tractor on a modified 1949 Massey Harris 44. Our first full-size tractor of the day. Make some noise. And that is how you do it, folks. That is right. He is back with his John Deere 420. Our first official competitive pull of the day. cheer him on, make some noise. Glenn Pacenko is going to get it. I spoke too soon. The red flag went up. He's got the green flag. And here he comes. The first one of the day. He's feet. It's a full pull. And here he comes, Chris Mayer, his first pull of the day. Makes some noise, cheer him on. He's looking for his first full pull of the day in our 5500 pound category. And here he comes, coming up on that halfway mark. 80 feet. That big Corbin tractor just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling. And he's got his eye on the prize. Chris Mayer looking for his first full pull of the day. There's 140 feet. To go, and we'll hear the whistle blow. Is he going to do it? He's losing a little bit of traction. He's spinning out. And he's got the red flag at 152 feet. Not quite a full pull for his first pull. As he gets himself situated, he's going to go. And here he goes. Vancouver. Because it's the quietest tractor in the competition, and I don't have my earbuds on. Are you having a snack while you're on the track? Massey Harris Company was formed in 1891. Became the largest agricultural equipment maker in the British Empire. And making light work of that sled here this afternoon at the Aldergrove Fair as Tom's got himself up over the 150-foot mark. Let's wait for the whistle to blow. There it is. It's a full pull. A full pull for Tom Gatsby. He's